Welcome to everyone. Today we shall discuss about modulation theorem, convolution theorem and a problem related to Fourier transform. So let's start. Now modulation theorem states that if Fs is the Fourier transform of the function fx, that is integration minus infinity to infinity fx e to the power minus isx dx, if this, then Fourier transform of fx cos ax, that will be half of f s minus a plus f s plus a. So let's check it. Now Fourier transform of fx cos ax, this is equal to, by the formula minus infinity to infinity, this is the function fx cos ax into e to the power minus isx dx. Now as we know, cos x equal to e to the power ix plus e to the power minus ix by 2. This is our known result. So using this we can write integration minus infinity to infinity fx cos x equal to e to the power ix plus e to the power minus ix by 2, using this. Then this one e to the power minus isx dx. Then just split up these two terms, so we get half of integration minus infinity to infinity fx, now e to the power iax minus isx, that is we can write minus I s minus a x dx plus half integration minus infinity to infinity fx e to the power, now these two, that is minus I s plus a x dx. So now see, if now this is written using the variable x and here e to the power minus isx, so we denote it as fs. Similarly, if this is written using, x variable and here s minus a, just compare these two. If this can be written using fs, then this also can be written using this half of f of s minus a. Similarity. So next, similarly we can write this e to the power minus I s plus a, so that is f of s plus a. So this is our final result, half of f of s minus a plus f of s plus a. So modulation theorem proved. Next we come to the convolution theorem. So before starting the convolution theorem, we first discuss about what is the convolution of two functions. So suppose fx and gx, these are two, next article. So these are two given functions. Then convolution of fx and gx, this denoted by fx star gx and defined by fx star gx, this is equal to integration minus infinity to infinity fu g x minus u du. So this is called the convolution of these two functions. Now come to next article, that is convolution theorem. So convolution theorem. So convolution theorem states that if capital F of fx and capital F of gx, these are the Fourier transform of fx and gx respectively. If this, then Fourier transform of convolution of two functions fx and gx is the product of their respective Fourier transform. That is what? That is Fourier transform of convolution of two functions that will be product of their respective Fourier transform. That is Fourier transform of fx into Fourier transform of gx. This is the convolution theorem. So next we come to a problem. So we come to a problem. Find Fourier transform of a function which is defined by fx equal to x for mod x less equal to a and 0 for mod x greater than a. This is the function. So answer here, fx is and 0 for mod x greater than a. Now if we graphically see this function, then and if a is any real number, suppose this is a, this is corresponding minus a. Now mod x less than equal to a, this means that minus a less than equal to x less than equal to a. Mod x less equal to a, this means this. So in between minus a to a, our function value is x, that is, this is our function value in between this range, and outside of this part, that is here, this is minus infinity and this is plus infinity. So in this outsider parts, function value is 0. This is the function value. So let's start. Fourier transform of fx, that will be by our known formula. We can write this. So now see, in this range, that is minus a to a, function value is x and outsider part function value 0. So I am writing minus a to a, function value is x e to the power minus sx dx. As because in the outsider portion function value vanishes, so I just mention this range. Next, integration by parts. So calculate this, x e to the power minus isx by minus is minus derivative of x, that is 1. Again integrate this, so e to the power minus isx by minus is squared dx, not square, e to the power minus isx by minus is, x equal to minus a to a, range of integration. Then x e to the power minus isx by minus is, then again integrate this will be e to the power minus isx by minus is, so then this square, x equal to minus a to plus a. So we first put this value a and then minus a, therefore a e to the power minus isa by minus is minus e to the power minus isa by this one will be I square a square, and I square means minus 1, so minus minus plus a square, this is for a, now minus this minus a, so if we put minus a then minus minus plus a, e to the power minus isx by is, here also this is plus e to the power plus for this is I square minus 1, so minus 1, and this is minus 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 plus e to the power minus and minus a, that is plus isa by a square. So finally we get this. Now here a, now see, now we see this denominator term, and see these two terms have same denominator, and this first one and this first one have same denominator. So we are writing in this way, a by is, minus minus, so minus, then this 2 e to the power minus isa plus e to the power, okay, for minus a this will be plus a, sorry, this will be plus a. If we put x equal to minus a here, then this will be e to the power plus isa. So this is e to the power plus isa. Then these two terms, so plus 1 by a square e to the power minus isa minus e to the power isa. Now this is equal to, just we have to arrange this, so minus a by I, okay, 2a by I, then e to the power isa plus e to the power minus isa, also s here 2, see, e to the power isa plus e to the power minus isa by 2, then this will be cos sa, and this is minus 1 by a square, then e to the power isa minus e to the power minus isa by 2, so 2 here and also I, so I here, and this is equal to sin sa. Sin sa means e to the power isa minus e to the power minus isa by 2i. Okay, I am just mention it, sin x equal to e to the power ix minus e to the power minus ix by 2. This is our known result. And for cos, I have written this, just here is plus and denominator is only 2, and for sin denominator is 2i. Denominator 2i. So this is equal to minus 2a by is cos sa minus 2i by a square sin sa. Now just this denominator position I, this can be written in this way: 2a I by I square s cos sa minus 2i by a square sin sa. So this is equal to, this I square means minus 1, so minus minus plus 2ai by s cos sa minus 2i by a square sin sa. So this is our final result. This can be written as in this way also: 2i by a square, 2i by a square, so this is as cos sa minus sin sa. So this is our required Fourier transform of the given function capital Fx. So in our next classes we will discuss more problems. So keep watching and thanks to everyone.